since the life in Aspen has changed so much, can you go through a list of your favorite haunts? Like maybe what was
the Red Onion?
The Red Onion, yeah, that was a great one. Didn't Kelleher own that at one time? John Kelleher?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That was Werner Kruster.
Okay.
And another place we hung around was Cooper Street Pier.
Cooper Street, I used to hang out there myself.
Yeah, and it was Ray Lucchini was the manager there.
Well, that's when they had affordable places. I mean, between that and Little Annie's, at least you knew you could eat cheaply.
Exactly, yeah. Not anymore.
No, now it's like you gotta go get a bank loan just to go eat dinner.
Exactly, yeah. That's why we all eat at home now.
Well, it's funny because I don't remember Aspen being so exclusive. I remember being the opposite.
Well, that changed when some movie type stars started coming there. That's what started to change it.
Really? And that was, when would you say that was around? In the 70s or 80s?
Started probably in the lower 70s, and then continued skyrocketed from there. Property values went out of sight. Nobody that lived there could afford to rent even, never mind own a place.
Yeah, I know. I know for a fact at the time I was there, from the 70s, mid 70s through all the way through the 80s. It like quadrupled. It flip-flopped several times price-wise.
Yeah.
Usually that happens in a good 5-10 years ago, and then it flops again, and that kind of, you have a little bit of a pacing. Well, with Aspen, it was like bam, bam, bam. The prices just kept going crazy.
Well, you find that Aspen is not unique in that respect. You look at any ski area or other type of resort area, and that happens. People can't wait to bring it in, but when they realize that to bring it in, they have to leave.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah, well, I was lucky. I had a good job, steady income. I didn't have to rely on tourism for my job, teaching school and coaching football. So it was good for me and good for school, people like that had regular full-time jobs. But it was really tough on the average working guy.
Well, yeah, George Furson had like 4 jobs at one point.
Well, he needed them.
Well, as coaching cross country, which he knew nothing about.
Burson was my roommate for a while, so I know all about his job.
I know, it's funny. Then also, can you speak a little bit to, because I feel like it's really an important program that everybody keeps talking about taking it away, but is the outdoor education, or the 3 week, when we used to do. I remember my freshman year 3 week trip was Jamaica with you and Bonnie Manilow.
Oh yeah, that was a great little addition to our programs, we thought. But I guess after a while, like many things, it just ran its course for whatever reason. I don't know, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. We took on camping trips, and we took on trips to Hawaii. We took, a lot of different things. There were about maybe 10 different options that kids had every year to choose an option. And they were, of course, limited to whatever numbers that they had set for it. But it was a great little thing. A lot of those kids got an education outside Aspen just through going on those trips.
Yeah,
just getting on a damn plane or something for a lot of those kids was something.
It felt like it was really interesting because it was you spend every day with the teachers and the coaches and the courses and the things that you do, but that's like a full week of where you're sort of living with folks, and so you get a little bit more of an insight.
Yeah, see, they're real people.
Yeah, exactly. And it felt like that was kind of a cool part of that, was that you actually got to meet each person that you were on the trip with,
That was great. I think it was a super part of our educational process, and I was sorry that they did away with it.
Well, I think, I'm not sure if they completely did away with it, but it's one of those things, they keep putting it up on the block, and it's
yeah.
If you haven't gone in it, you're a parent and you haven't gone in it, then you have no idea what it's about. What I mean? it's sad because the kids really do get a lot out of it, and I think it's one of those things where people who don't experience it and come from another place have no idea what what it means.
This is an outdoor ed thing.
Yeah.
Where everything has outdoors, but then it got Guccified, if that's a proper word.
Yeah.
And they started going European trips and everything else. I liked the aspect that I wasn't a camper, so that was an interesting thing for me to go camping with a bunch of kids, and you get to know them a lot better, and they get to know you a lot better, for the better or the worse, whatever.
Well, no matter what, you end up with respect for each other and different folks. You start to see there's different folks in the world, and you start to learn how to interact with them. And I think as a kid, it's such an important tool. When today you hear kids are having troubles communicating with each other because it's not face to face as much.
They're on their phone,
on text.
Yeah. They'll
sit in the same room. They'll sit in the same room, not more than 20, 30 feet away from each other, and just sit there and text to each other rather than talk.
Exactly. Well, fortunately, I was too old to get involved in that, so it didn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
I remember when I was living in Maui, I volunteered as an umpire for the baseball little league and stuff. So I would go to the game, and the kids, instead of warming up and doing stuff related to their game, they're sitting there texting on their phones. I said, I quit. That's it. I'm done. Anyway, like Woody Guthrie said, the times they are changing.